A miracle is helping someone be what they never dreamed they could be. It's helping someone walk who never thought that they could. It's watching a parent see a child do something they never imagined that child would ever be able to do. It's teaching a child who has never spoken to communicate with others. These are miracles that happen at Lakemary every day.
It's very difficult because, you know, you go through a lot of hardships because people look at you like you're some kind of alien when you have a special needs kid, you know, because I think the society just really doesn't know how to deal with children with special needs, you know.
He was doing things like trying to get off the bus while it was driving, leaving the school in frigid temperatures with no shoes and no coat and hiding in a shed. And the police were, you know, searching for him. I mean, it was just bad. Things were also very bad at home.
It was like a war zone in our house. He was aggressive to the point of leaving marks on the other kids. He would break glass. He slashed his, wrist by hitting the glass. Throw things at the kids, throw things at us, scream, yell, throw tantrums.
When a disability strikes a child, it's like the tsunami of their lives for a family. It wipes away any expectations they have for a normal life. Quite often, by the time they get to Lakemary, this family has experienced a number of failures and disappointments. They've also learned some pretty bad habits, so we have a lot of work to do.
We're here not for the child to fit our program. We are here to fit the program to that particular child's needs.
We provide consistency, we can provide structure, we provide routine, and through that we provide compassion and care.
The teachers here are wonderful. He goes to school here as well. And he talks a lot about his teacher and the paraprofessionals that work with him. I couldn't be more pleased with the facility in terms of what they've given to him and what they've given to me.
First thing we do when a child comes to Lakemary is study the child. We look for those keys that will open the doors to their innate desire to learn and succeed. Once we have those, then we can turn around and give those back to the family.
We feel like we're getting him back. And sometimes it's amazing. It's like I'm learning more about him than a side that I never saw before. A very calm side, a very civilized side that he hasn't really had before. So it's something they're doing here is working.
There is a growing demand for services and treatment for children that have both a developmental disability and a psychiatric diagnosis. Lakemary is kind of a rare breed that we serve this population, and the compassion that we put in working with each individual child, and we focus on each child being individualized. We don't treat all children the same. Each child comes in with their own individualized challenges, their own individualized background and history, and we address each child individually. That I really feel puts Lakemary above the rest of the facilities out there.
You know, miracle is not a term we use lightly. We don't want to get families' expectations up unrealistically. But more and more I'm using that term. We're seeing changes that we never dreamed possible.
If it weren't for Lakemary, I cannot imagine what might happen to these children and to their families. To totally lose hope and not have a place to go and not be able to reach out and get the help you need would be a terrible place to be. To know that you didn't have the ability or the resources to help a child, and to know that nobody else was there to help either, is just unimaginable to a parent.
To say that we should write these kids off, who are these kids? These are our children. our community's children, and we have to do something to help them have successful futures. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of anything that we do, I guess.
The staff is wonderful. They are so patient with Robert. The structure, the fact that it's here at all, it's a godsend for people like us, because if it weren't for Lakemary, I can't tell you, I don't know if he'd become a ward of the state, because he's so severe he couldn't stay in our home. So this allows us to be able to keep our child. That's priceless, truly priceless.
I think it's unique in many ways. It's a very good facility. It needs to be supported as much as it can, because we're always going to have children like, and young adults like Tim. They deserve an opportunity, and I think that's what Lakemary and the services they provide does for these kids.
It's like you have an extended family. You have a great support team here, and that's important as a parent, because this isn't easy. It is heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching to see your child have these problems, to have these behaviors, and to know that, you know, no matter how hard you try, you cannot provide for it at your home. But yet, it's just phenomenal to know that there is a facility like this, because I mean, we were at the end of our rope. We had no clue as to what we were going to do to help Amber. I mean, we really didn't, you know, because between the running away, the self-harm, and, you know, the destructive behaviors and stuff, it's just, to see where she was then and where she is now, it's a miracle. It really is.